What's going on, people? E-Rock is back. Today's topic, today's mojo, flow, and video is going to be talk about my prediction on the NBA Finals 2022. People are going to be asking, well, why are you predicting this? The season hasn't started yet. Well, I want to talk about the two most hyped up teams, which, no, I mean, most fans and all over the world who are real fanatics would like to see the Lakers versus the Brooklyn Nets. Being so, if you hear the noises, my cat. I thought you were asleep. Since the rumors already spread earlier months ago, new players are already assigned to the Los Angeles Lakers. Which I have full confidence in the Brookyln Nets, just as I did when they versed the Milwaukee Bucks during the second round playoffs, or the third round, I think it was. You guys can correct me in the comments below. Plus, I believe if they can maintain staying healthy, if they can stay in that momentum, isolation wasn't really a big weakness of the Brookyln Nets. Now, talking about let's say the Los Angeles Lakers, let's talk about why these two why people would want those two to be in the NBA Finals 2022. Well, let's look at the statistics. Let's look at the players. Let's look at it. It could be like a kind of all-star game. It could be a potential kind of a matchup that when the analysis, the NBA people that work in the NBA, talk about the NBA players or NBA matchups, and a few of them didn't make the spot, like the Cleveland versus the Lakers back in 2010, right? So this can potentially be a matchup, or maybe another matchup can happen. And for me, what I like to see is, KD can just run down the court by himself, isolation, give it up to James Harden, nonstop. James Harden already has the playmaking skills. So does Kyrie Irving, KD. They're not going to be too focused on that. They're going to be focused on winning a title. They're going to be focused on beating the Los Angeles Lakers. It's not really a issue between them having Russell Westbrook. That's not really a concern for the Nets, because when LeBron gets out or AD gets out and Russell still plays with regular players, they all can guard him just by one guy. And what's really, really going on, how it's kind of wild, now now that Russell is now on the back to the West Coast. No. What's it called? What was it called? Yeah, he's back on the West Coast. Since he was on the Washington Wizards, now he's in the LA Lakers. Now he has to face not only KD, he has to face James Harden as well. So it's a little bit concerned with the Los Angeles Lakers. I hate that the fact that, since they gathered up so many players, now every fanatic that wasn't a Laker fan, they were a Clippers fan. Now they're going to switch up to the Lakers just because of that. Now they're like, oh, this could be the year. LeBron can win the fifth ring? I highly doubt that. I don't know how they can pull it off for AD still with injuries. LeBron too, he can pull off another injury. And I don't know how Russell Westbrook's going to do it all by himself. I mean, look at the years in the NBA. When Russell Westbrook was in OKC, he had KD, he had James Harden. KD left him for Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Then Russell left OKC. Then he switched up to the Houston Rockets with James Harden. And still accomplished nothing. But just keep trading to other teams. Now for KD, it's a big congrats to him if he ends up, getting a title with the Nets. Because, it's a good comeback for him. If he wins this, he could, be telling them, I was greater. No, I've been great ever since he left the OKC, this could be this could change the future, for his team. I want to see New York win. I just can't see another another like a franchise that already won a bunch of NBA titles back in the years, maybe like back in Magic Johnson time, Shaquille O'Neal time. I want KD to win, like having like an impact on the Nets when they verse Giannis. Potentially, if that shot was not touching the line, they could have easily went to the Western Conference. No, they could have easily went to the NBA versus the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns would have got squashed easily. And pretty much LeBron still need help. That's a key fact. The Los Angeles Lakers is nothing without LeBron. You got to be honest with me. Either they require Russell, but that didn't really matter to me. Or AD. They had AD when LeBron was sitting out. Either way, when they both sit out, when they are there, if they can't get their teammates involved, if they can't make a shot, if AD can't make a shot or LeBron makes a shot, or Russell Westbrook can make a shot, they are going to fail just like they did this past playoffs. All I see is stack up teams that don't work, but the Nets, it's working though. I'm not gonna lie about that. All I know is in the Lakers franchise, either you better ball up or you're gonna get traded. Just like when LeBron was in the Cleveland Cavaliers, if you don't ball hard, you're gonna get traded. So, and if I'm lying, tell me that in the comments, guys. Let me know. Because if I'm not lying, this is nothing but E-Rock is back talking about potentially NBA Finals. Brookyln Nets versus the Los Angeles Lakers. It looks like a kind of like an all-star game, When do you hear an all-star game in basketball during the summertime or in May? What's going on, kitty? Hey. Wait. Just trying to play. So yeah. Which matter of fact, I mean, all those type of players can guard LeBron, but when it comes to like when the game's over, the points matter. So like it's like 3 against 1. Like I feel like it's still 2 against 3. Like Russell Westbrook is still gonna be like sidelining 2. So what it's gonna be like maybe like LeBron puts up 20 points, AD puts up like maybe 20 points, okay, 40 points. KD, Kyrie, James over 80 points maybe. So Lakers are not a threat. The Nets are a threat. They are a threat. Still. Who in the Eastern Conference is better than the Nets? Washington? No. What's it called? Pacers? No. Atlantic Hawks? Nah. No, 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 no. The 76ers? With the Joel Embiid? No. No, 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 no. The Nets. The Nets. The Nets. The Nets. I could see, Russell Westbrook probably improving his 3-pointer shots. He needs it badly. Bet you LeBron is saying if you don't make those 3-pointers by the end of the season, if we lose earlier, if we don't even get to the playoffs, he's probably going to get traded due to the contracts. I don't know what's the deal on the Lakers contracts, the new players, old players that just got back to the team. So I know they just don't get treated badly as the Nets players. Well, who knows? I don't know too much about what's the behind the scenes of the NBA, but all I know is who's really the better team. Like, comment down below, guys. Like, who you guys really want to be in the NBA Finals 2022? Who would you like to win, the Brookyln Nets or the Los Angeles Lakers? Or potentially, what team would you guys want to see? I don't want to see NBA Finals, the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. That don't even sound right. This sounds like the rig game to me. That honestly, it sounded like, oh yeah, probably somebody in the behind the scenes like, let's make some other teams come to the NBA Finals that people won't believe ever would like win games and just end up to the NBA Finals without them believing. I couldn't believe it. The Milwaukee Bucks went skydiving to the finals. So yeah. As for James Harden, one point guard, there's going to be a problem for LeBron. I mean, he's probably potentially going to go on the, what's it called, load management. No, I mean on his time restriction. Because they only allow him to play all minutes of the game is when they're probably lose, probably. Or maybe when the coach or when he's mad, Because honestly, they didn't really do too much against the Phoenix Suns. Like, if they had problems with him. That he had issues with the Phoenix Suns due to what? Okay, AD was sitting out due to injury. All right, could have just just kind of helped out. He was barely in the game for maybe he wasn't even in the game for the full first quarter. So tell me that, guys. Tell me, how is it possible that they could beat the Brookyln Nets? Let me know, guys. Let me know.